For those miners who are mining in remote regions, as we do in Chukotka, the cost of fuel, in most cases diesel fuel, can be 30 to 35% of total production costs. So the opportunity to pay less for this critical input is obviously very welcome by many producers. The question really becomes whether fuel is purchased on the open market through competitive tender, or in some cases there are very few suppliers. And so the probability of competition bringing down the actual price of the refined fuel may not be so high. So that comment is valid for the cost of fuel for ground transportation vehicles, for generating electricity in remote regions, heating, etc. As far as shipping is concerned, to be honest, I'm not aware of the effect that it has had. I know that shipping costs have either remained flat or come down a little bit, but it does take a long time for the lower price of crude to yield to a lower price for the refined product. You'll hear even in the aviation industry, many airlines are complaining that kerosene is not 40% cheaper, as would be the logical assumption given the 40% decline in oil prices. So I think depending on how long it lasts, and that's anybody's guess. Is this a real economic crisis that's causing softening of crude prices? It is certainly oversupply, but most members of OPEC and large producers like Russia that are not members of OPEC are not blinking. They're not cutting production, and therefore the price will continue to be soft, although from week to week it can go up $3, $4, $5 a barrel and then back down again. It's ultimately there will have to be a decision by several or a number of significant producers to turn the taps off in order to increase prices. Who's going to blink first? It's anybody's guess. It really is a matter of conjecture. I'm not sure anybody can give you an answer with any precision. And as I said, it's not because there's a significant slowdown, perhaps outside of China, but China is still growing at 6, 7, or 8%, and it's no longer double-digit growth. But it's any other country in the world would kill to have that opportunity to grow at 6 or 7%. So clearly that is a factor. But on the other hand, we see the United States picking up, economic activities picking up there. They have made terrific breakthroughs in shale gas. The United States is the largest producer currently of petroleum products, and conceivably could increase production at any time. It's obviously not in their interests now because prices are so low. If we take Canada, oil sands profitability, I think, depends on something like $80 a barrel of bitumen oil from the tar sands. So clearly those fields now have stalled. There's a lot of unemployment in the oil patch in Alberta. So Canada is doing its part to lower production. But other major producers, primarily OPEC, because they are mono economies, they have no opportunity. They're not diversified. We see provinces in Canada like Ontario that are diversified can take some advantage of lower energy prices to fuel manufacturing. But those countries that don't have that advantage have very little option but to keep producing the oil even at falling prices.